Have you ever stopped to think about how much of what you do each day is driven by conscious choice versus automatic behavior? It's a fascinating question, isn't it? We often believe that we are in full control of our actions, making deliberate choices every step of the way. But the reality is quite different. The truth is, habits, those tiny, repetitive actions, hold a much greater sway over our lives than we realize. These habits are like invisible threads, weaving through the fabric of our daily existence, guiding our actions without us even noticing. From the moment we wake up to the way we brush our teeth, commute to work, or reach for a snack, habits dictate a significant portion of our daily routines. Think about it. How many times have you found yourself on autopilot performing tasks without a second thought? While some habits serve us well, others can sabotage our goals and well-being without us even realizing it. For instance, reaching for junk food when stressed or procrastinating important tasks can hinder our progress and affect our health. The good news is that by understanding the science behind how habits work, we can learn to control them rather than letting them control us. This knowledge empowers us to take charge of our behaviors and make conscious choices that align with our goals. This is the empowering message at the heart of the power of habit. The book delves deep into the mechanisms of habit formation, offering insights that can transform our understanding of human behavior. This exploration into the science of habit formation provides a practical framework for identifying the cues, routines, and rewards that make up any habit. By breaking down these components, we can start to see the patterns that govern our actions. More importantly, it equips us with the tools to change unwanted habits and cultivate positive ones. Imagine being able to replace a bad habit with a good one, or to create new habits that support your aspirations. Whether you're looking to break free from unhealthy behaviors, enhance your productivity, or simply gain a deeper understanding of what drives your actions, the power of habit offers a roadmap for lasting, positive change. It's about taking control of your life, one habit at a time. Let's delve into the key principles that can help unlock your potential and transform your life, one habit at a time. By understanding and harnessing the power of habits, you can pave the way for a more fulfilling and successful future. At the core of every habit lies a simple, three-part neurological loop: the cue, the routine, and the reward. This loop is the fundamental building block of how habits are formed and maintained in our daily lives. This loop is the brain's way of automating behaviors to conserve mental energy. By creating these loops, our brains can save effort and focus on more complex tasks, allowing us to function more efficiently throughout the day. Understanding how this loop works is the first step towards taking control of your habits. By breaking down each component, you can start to see patterns in your behavior and identify areas where you might want to make changes. The cue is a trigger that tells your brain to go into automatic mode and which habit to use. It acts as a signal that initiates the habit loop, prompting you to perform a certain behavior. It could be a specific time of day, a location, an emotional state, or even the presence of certain people. These cues are often subtle and can be easily overlooked, but they play a crucial role in habit formation. For example, the smell of freshly brewed coffee in the morning might be your cue to start your day with a cup. This sensory trigger can set off a chain reaction that leads to the habitual behavior of making and drinking coffee. The routine is the actual behavior you perform, the habit itself. This is the action that follows the cue and is the most visible part of the habit loop. This could be physical, mental, or emotional. Routines can vary widely from person to person and can include activities like exercising, reading, or even engaging in social interactions. In our coffee example, the routine is the act of grinding the beans, brewing the coffee, and savoring that first sip. Each step in this routine reinforces the habit and makes it more ingrained in your daily life. Finally, the reward is the positive reinforcement that tells your brain whether or not this particular loop is worth remembering for the future. Rewards provide the motivation to repeat the behavior and solidify the habit. This reward could be anything from the caffeine boost you get from your coffee to the feeling of accomplishment after completing a task. Rewards can be immediate or long-term, but they must be satisfying enough to encourage repetition. By identifying the components of your own habit loops, you can begin to understand the triggers, behaviors, and rewards that are driving your actions, both positive and negative. This self-awareness is crucial for making intentional changes to your habits. This awareness is the foundation for change. Once you recognize the patterns in your habits, you can start to experiment with altering the cues, routines, or rewards to create new, healthier habits that better serve your goals and aspirations. Once you understand the habit loop, you can start to change your habits using what Duhigg calls the golden rule of habit change. This principle is a powerful tool that can help you transform your daily routines and ultimately, your life. This rule states that instead of trying to eliminate a bad habit entirely, which can often feel overwhelming and lead to failure, it's more effective to replace it with a new, positive habit that has the same cue and reward. This approach leverages the existing structure of your habit loop, making the transition smoother and more sustainable. Let's say you want to stop mindlessly scrolling through social media on your phone first thing in the morning. This is a common habit that many people struggle with, and it can set a negative tone for the rest of your day. The cue might be that feeling of boredom or the need for stimulation upon waking up. This is a natural response as your brain seeks to engage with something interesting to kickstart your day. The routine is grabbing your phone and scrolling through your feeds. This action becomes almost automatic, a default behavior that you perform without much thought. The reward is the temporary distraction and entertainment it provides. This reward reinforces the habit, making it more likely that you'll repeat the behavior the next morning. Instead of simply trying to resist the urge to reach for your phone, which can be quite challenging, the golden rule suggests finding a new, healthier routine that satisfies the same cue and reward. This way, you are not depriving yourself, but rather substituting a negative habit with a positive one. You could replace phone scrolling with a quick meditation session, which can help you start your day with a clear and focused mind. Alternatively, reading a few pages of an inspiring book can provide the mental stimulation and relaxation you seek, setting a positive tone for the day ahead. Or, you might spend a few minutes planning your day, which can give you a sense of control and purpose, helping you to feel more organized and prepared. The key is to choose an activity that provides a similar sense of stimulation or relaxation that you get from your phone. This ensures that the new habit is satisfying and meets the same needs as the old one. By consciously choosing a new behavior that aligns with the existing cue and reward, you are essentially reprogramming your brain. Over time, this new, positive habit loop will become ingrained, making it easier to maintain and ultimately leading to a healthier, more fulfilling lifestyle. The golden rule of habit change is a simple yet effective strategy for personal growth and self-improvement. Section 4. The Domino Effect. Unveiling Keystone Habits. Not all habits are created equal. Some habits, known as keystone habits, have a ripple effect, influencing other areas of our lives and triggering positive change in a chain reaction. These habits act as the foundation for a cascade of better choices and outcomes. One common example of a keystone habit is regular exercise. When people make it a habit to exercise regularly, they often experience positive changes in other areas of their lives, such as their diet, sleep patterns, productivity, and overall well-being. This is because exercise not only improves physical health, but also boosts mood, increases energy levels, and enhances self-discipline. Identifying your own keystone habits can be transformative. Start by considering the areas of your life where you'd like to see the most significant improvement. Is it your health, relationships, finances, or career? Once you've identified your target area, brainstorm small, achievable habits that could have a positive ripple effect. For example, if you want to improve your finances, a keystone habit could be as simple as tracking your expenses daily. This small act of awareness can lead to better financial decisions, increased savings, and reduced stress. Section 5. Willpower, the secret weapon in your arsenal. Willpower often gets a bad rap, seen as a fleeting resource that quickly depletes. However, willpower is more like a muscle that can be strengthened with practice. And just like any muscle, it needs to be trained and nurtured. Building willpower is essential for overcoming the initial resistance to change. When you're trying to break a bad habit or establish a new one, your brain will naturally resist. This is where willpower comes in, providing the mental fortitude to push through discomfort and stick to your goals. One effective strategy for strengthening willpower is to start small. Instead of trying to overhaul your entire life overnight, focus on making small, incremental changes to one habit at a time. As you experience success with these smaller goals, your willpower muscle will grow stronger, giving you the confidence and resilience to tackle bigger challenges. Another powerful technique is to practice mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. Regular meditation has been shown to increase gray matter in the prefrontal cortex, the area of the brain responsible for willpower and self-control.